You still say definitively that nobody on the Trump campaign, not even General Flynn, had any contact with the Russians before the election?
My understanding is that what General Flynn has now expressed is that during the transition period,
some
we were very
pictures.
clear that during the transition period, he did speak
Some of
with
the ships that was tied up in there
I don't have any,
in the
there's
bay.
nothing that would conclude me that anything different has changed with respect to that time period.
Let me give it to you and let you look it over. First.
Mike Flynn resigned a year ago today. That was the press briefing that was held a year ago tomorrow when they first had to answer questions about Flynn. So this is day 24 and day 25 into the new administration. They're brand new. Sean Spicer at the ML. He has been full-time with the job of leader.
Now here's a tender that I was talking about. That hole right there, I know it don't look like much, but that, and all these holes is where bullets went in shrapnel. It blew the ship all to hell. It was a goner in pieces. And flying through there, it hit, well, knocking, killing people right off these decks, just wiping them clean. Now there's the smoke. You can see it back in there, in that picture. And that's, hell, that was it. Now we was about, I'd say, 3/4 of a mile from the explosion, the two of us. And them damn things, tracers, and we run out on the damn fantail, that damn boat we was on. And shit, there was shit flying through the air and raining down everywhere, just pieces, small pieces. And all around us, some of the little small stuff could have killed somebody.
Where'd you get these pictures?
If you remember, I was in your place of business.
Mm-hmm. Did I give them to you?
No, the fellow mailed them to me, and his name was Hood, out in Oregon, Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, I think.
You remember that?
It seems like I hooked you up. Did I hook with him?
I got
Yeah.
in touch with him.
Yeah, I found him. I searched for
You
somebody that was there on the internet, and I found him, and I hooked him up with you. Yeah.
Okay, he was the pilot of the harbor. He chartered everything about it. The depth, the buoy markers for every fiddle, the whole fleet that was in there. Had to keep tab on every one of them, where they were to be moored, and sent me the copy of every one of them that was in there the day that son of a bitch exploded. There was AE 11, number 11, exploded November the 10th, 1944. 1 mile from receiving station. All right, that's where we had the Coxswain hut for the Navy mail. They'd come in and pick up their mail out there.
Mm-hmm.
So ever so often. And there's the number identifying every ship and what kind of ship that was in that fucking bay. Now you look at it. And I've been right beside the biggest damn part of them for one reason or another. In that freaking bay.
Hmm.
So for the battleships were to be moored, the submarines, every type ship made. Land sweepers, destroyers, cruisers, aircraft, it was all there.
Hmm.
Gonna
And
knock
he
down-
he sent you that.
Huh?
That guy sent you that.
Yeah. Did you see something about them loading an airplane? Did you see a picture of that?
Is that in there?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, look
That's where
Bomb. Yeah.
Bruce was, right there. They're loading them down B-24 bombers, and they was flying over Yap, the bum Yap and Rabaul, and one other damn island. Now, every morning, and then they'd fly back. The round trip was just before dusk in the evening, and they'd be a flight of about 20. So the B-24s would fly right over our camp. Well, then when they was coming back, you could see some of them would have a damn hole shot through the wings. So we'd count the ones that come back, how many was lost, or if any of them was lost. Sometimes you'd hear one limping back in well after dark.
C. Douglas Hood, was he a Mason?
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I called him and talked to him.
Yeah, I remember when I
Yeah.
searched on the internet for.
You found him.
Yeah, I found him for it. Yeah.
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 Got his address and what I got
Yeah.
a hold of him
Yeah.
and talked to him. And I didn't know him,
Yeah.
and but he told me when he was sent into the Line 4, and we was commissioned at down Mountain View, California. Hell, nobody knew what the hell was in. What is a commando outfit? What the hell we doing out in the mountains? That's where our training was. No damn sure wasn't no ship in sight. So we didn't know what we was in. Next thing you know, they commissioned it and transferred us up to near San Francisco at a damn racetrack, a horse racetrack. They put some temporary barracks out in the center of it to house us in. Well, then we went into, my group was in the boat pool 15. So we still didn't know what we was in, but we was learning to work, to operate these landing craft boats. Well, it's a long ass damn story, but anyway, I was talking to Bruce. He's talking about shooting gooks off of Corregidor. Well, that's in the Philippines, Corregidor. And we landed, didn't have to come ashore, and the Legayon, you talk about a fight. Now, there was a battle there. Now, as far as us, we was behind the battle, as far as the sea battle. But we dropped off, I can't remember whether it was the 1st Cavalry there, or what outfit that was. We come on back around to Subic Bay, well, we went ashore there. They picked up some trucks. How the hell we got a hold of them trucks, I don't know. But we had to come on down to Manila Bay. Well, we come into Manila Bay and went up Pasig River. It split the two. I forget what one half of it was on Luzon. But anyhow, we set up camp right near a damn stadium. This old stadium, I never will forget, it was tore all, everything was tore all to hell in Manila. I mean, you couldn't lay your hand on a building in town that didn't have, without hitting a bullet hole. Or the damn, nothing left but steps. Damn thing bombed and gone. But this old ballpark, what I was fixing to say, it had this old wooden fence around it. It was bummed all to hell in places where it was tore down. And so the bleachers, they was ready to fall, what was left. But we set up camp right there next to it. Well, inside of the fence, it said 1934 Babe Ruth, and then had a marker where he knocked a home run. 1934 over that fence.
Huh.
And then on down the fence a ways, they had Ty Cobbs. They was big time hitters in baseball back then. He had knocked a home run there in some game they'd had during the peacetime back in the 30s. Yeah. Yeah. And Dizzy Dean seemed like his name. Best I remember, it was on that old fence, a part of it. Yeah. But there was many a ship in that Navy, and every one of them was ready to go. It was on the prowl.